Welcome to Student Pages Magazine. And yeah, we have you, our lovely artist, Baby Volcano.
Thank you.
To start, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a bit about you?
Of course, my artist name is Baby Volcano. I'm a music artist and performing artist. I live in Switzerland. I am from Guatemala and Switzerland, and I work in music field, performance field, that kind of stuff.
Could you tell us like a little background of how you got into music?
Yeah, of course. As I said, I started in the performance field as a dancer. And in 2020, when it was the COVID, everything freeze. Everything was closed in theaters and all that stuff. So I couldn't work as a dancer anymore. So I started this music project with two friends of mine at the beginning, and we did a first EP that came out in September 2021, and then we tour a lot in a lot of beautiful places. And now this past year I worked alone in my new EP coming out in April.
How's your new single then, Knockdown, and the EP?
I'm super happy to release new music because I'm not a very prolific music artist. So I'm super happy now to be able to release new song. And it's the first time I'm producing my own music, so I'm super proud, I have to say. And I was also super scared because it's the first time, yeah, it was a lot of pleasure to do this. And this song particularly is very energetic, with humor, and super positive in some ways, super punk somehow, super direct. And we did a video clip in Guatemala, in Jogotenango, where my family is living. So I was able to film with my family on the streets.
Oh,
It was
that,
super fun to do
that,
this. Yeah, just to joke around somehow. And it was for me important to capture the chaotic life of the street in Guatemala. It was super alineado, I don't know how to say, with the energy of the song somehow, with this chaos and this. I have this connection, very visceral somehow, with my music, because I think, because I come from dance and movement, I need this physical connection with sounds and with the music I do. So yeah.
it all just it all just works out. It all works out. Yeah, it all works out.
Yeah, it's very direct. It's really a whole package of, okay, let's go. And I really wanted with this song to speak about the how fast life is going, how you need to, this feeling that there is no time for anything. Also in music industry, it's always like you should post more music, release more music, always faster and faster. So yeah. But I wanted to speak about that with humor, and not as something negative, because that's
It's
it.
not supposed to be negative anyway.
Yeah, it's the world we're living in, and
just how it is, isn't it?
it's how it is, totally.
Yeah, and despite all this, have you ever kind of faced any sort of harsh conditions? Has anything just not been okay?
Of course, it's wonderful to be able to work as a musician, to do concerts and everything, but it's not always always a dream, as it seems from social media or whatever. It's also hard in a lot of ways, financially. I don't know, and music industry is super. How do we say? It's very competitive. Yeah, competitive field, and there is a lot of pressure, and people always make you feel that you have to run because there's other people coming, and there's always new music and new artists. So sometimes it's a bit difficult to keep a very healthy mental state somehow. But it's beautiful, and also in parallel, the world we're living in is quite scary for me. It's scary also to witness different wars, different crises. So yeah, I think this EP I really made it as a refuge,
Okay.
a way like to escape a bit the reality and to be able to go into this fictional music world and how at the end how art and how fiction can help you to go through all these crises, personal or worldwide.
It's lovely. That's why your music speaks as well. It's in everything, basically. I know that, yeah, industries just want you to just go, 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 do this, do that, do it now before something happens. It's good that, your music creates that. And we can all go into that fictional world where we just dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
totally. Yeah, it's beautiful to see how powerful is music and how powerful songs can accompany us in our different lives, our different journey, and yeah, I really love that about music.
so what hobbies do you do then that make you keen to, keeping your fictional world alive? Well, hobbies do you do then?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think I try to keep in mind that it's a play, it's a playful ground somehow, and yet to have like this relationship like a child a bit with art somehow, and not forget that first of all I need to have fun, and then like it's like a bit like a animal feeling,
Yeah,
with stuff like okay,
yeah,
it helped me to be able to play with my artistry.
that's really good. Good to kind of tap into that inner child.
Yeah, because in the end, as you say, it's it's not that hard to do a song, to invent a song, because
Mhm.
as you say, you can be just like around in your house and do la 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 la, and you just invent a song. So I
Yeah,
think it's more like our inner criticism and society that stop us to do stuff. I try, of course. I'm not. I'm also a human living in 2025 with everything. So of course there is time where I'm drunk in this self doubt and everything.
so what advice would you give people starting into music, like especially students? Because I know there are quite a few students who want to get into the music industry, and they're like, well, some might have different aims or whatever, but just generally, what advice would you give?
I think in creation, first of all, as I said before, is to have fun and do something that you like. That's it. And it can be so many stuff. I mean, it can be something that you need. You need to hear that kind of song, to listen that kind of song because you're passing through a hard time of your life. So you need to do, I don't know, a love song, a nostalgic song that just that you like. And I think the second advice I would give it's not to rush on release the music. Keep it a bit and organize how you're gonna release it. Ask some advices around you, and if you don't have any people working or doing working in the music industry, call, write, go
Hmm.
go find some advices and not just release it and that's it.
Yeah, people do tend to just think that, oh yeah, it's good to be organized still, in as much as we have to kind of get it out somehow. It's
Yeah.
still good to be
Yeah,
organized.
even if it's your first song and there is no team around you, it's always good to just a bit prepare how you're gonna release it. If you wanna do some visual, what are gonna be your visual? How do you want to present yourself as an artist? What is what is it that you want to do as an artist? What is your purpose? What is your message? That kind of stuff.
I see. Yeah.
Because
For sure.
the more you know what you want to do, the more is easy also for other people to understand you as in the first image, the first impression that they have from you.
Yeah. First impression always matters. First impression matters. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, since we are talking about kind of looking for help and what kind of social media? How do you tend to promote your music? How do you get it out?
For now, it's mainly Instagram, YouTube, and I started this year TikTok account. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Believe me, surely, definitely. Yeah.
Mm.
And what has been your biggest challenge so far?
I think the biggest challenge is was with myself. I think because I when I started this music project, I wasn't seeing myself as a musician or a singer, so I was not very confident with myself. And even if you are invited in great festivals or great radios and blah blah blah, if you're not very sure inside, it can be difficult because when everything is positive about what you do is good, but if also there is some negative
So,
comments or impression, it's super hard if you're not very strong inside. So I think I had to learn how to be more confident with myself, and yeah, I think it was the biggest challenge. Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely something people should kind of also like put in their day to day, basically. Like I
Mm.
personally too, it's been a recent agenda to to just to make sure that that best myself just comes out, especially confidence, to build up my confidence.
Yeah,
So
totally. Yeah,
yeah.
because word can be very harsh, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's good if your bases are solid.
I know you said that you've grown up dancing and in a kind of musical life family.
Hmm.
Do you think there's kind of any other person that must have like inspired you growing up?
In general, I am super inspired in nature, and also growing up with the two nationalities and two cultures very different. I'm always fascinated by questions of identity and how I can feel not completely Swiss, not completely Guatemalan. And I mean, it's the story of my life, I have to say. So what I try to do with my art is to understand and to create my own identity because I am a mix of a lot of stuff, and
So,
and I grew up without model, that are also Guatemalan and Switzerland and Swiss. So I think this is what I try to do with my art. Yeah, I think this and in this theme of identity, I am very interested since a long time in epigenetic. Do you know what it is? It's the
epigenetics.
Yeah, it's the story that you receive when you came to this world, and it's like how in your gene there is like stories and traumas from the past
Oh, I
people from
see.
your family, and yeah, and how you came to this world with a lot of history
Yeah,
actually.
like the history behind it, like
Exact,
both
from your
ways.
ancestors. Exactly.
Wow.
Hmm. I mean, it's a kind of therapia, but not really, but it's
Oh, I
something that
see.
you can really really go into it, and actually it's just to know about your family, about history, about some history that your family went through. You can link it with what you feel, with what I mean. There is a lot of stuff that you can't explain, and this is what I love about that. I mean, for me, it helped me a lot because I was, yeah, as I said, a bit lost with those questions of identity because of this mix of culture. So I really needed to go deep into my family's history.
Yeah, it's very important to get to know what your family previously was like. There is still no limit to what someone can do,
Yeah,
but still
yeah,
good.
totally. Yeah, and sometimes you keep on your shoulder stuff that are not related to you. It's stuff that was from your parents or from your grandparents, and you can knowing about that. You are able to stop it and to say, okay, that's not my fight. That's not my goal. It was yours. Now I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And especially the fact generations just tend to be different also adds to that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We're in a different generation. Things aren't the same as they are, as they were
Exactly.
then.
Yeah, totally.
We all just got different stuff but we'll still work it out anyway.
Thank you very much.